Maybe the aliens. Right.
What?
The prostitute story.
I'm talking
You
about
ready?
ass. What are you talking about,
Prostitute story. You guys ready? Are you ready for this? Bondage? I'm in.
I should be able to hire my own tweaker to beat up another tweaker.
Gets high fives from the boys.
It's the stupidest thing I ever heard of.
Jungle Book was huge.
Yeah,
Bare
but
necessities.
not spelt that way. I thought I looked when I made it, but interesting. Good morning with the boys.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's try that again.
How's everybody doing? How we doing?
We're in the house.
Thursday.
Hey, Mary. How we doing?
A good old Thursday.
We are here. We are back in it. Drinking coffee.
Back.
Roads are looking a little bit better than the last time we were potting, but not
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, the roads are looking better, but that's just because they've had the guys out doing their thing. Plow guys. Shout out to the plow guys out there.
Shout out to plow guys, man. Aaron, I can't remember. I coached with him though. He was one of the plow guys. And some of them roads when you got like shelves of ice above you, 15, 20 feet, and you just gotta plow. And like nobody's plowing the road for the plow guys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're the first ones out there breaking it. And
Well, that's not true.
Well, I mean, the first ones out there
Clearing it out of the way.
clearing it.
You ever been on them fresh roads where it's just you?
Yeah, it's called the parade and hope that you're in between the lines.
Jesus, take the wheel.
No, don't do that. You
No?
should probably hang on to the wheel still.
No,
I don't think he knows where the roads are either.
The car's on cruise control. It's fine. It's driving itself.
I wonder how a Tesla would do on its self-driving mode.
No,
When the
it
snow
has
is covering
nothing
the
to.
road. It'd probably just tell you I can't do it, dude.
I would love for my car to just tell me, no, not doing it.
Nah, man, I can't see shit out there.
It's a bad idea, dude. Just go ahead. Neither of us are good enough to drive out here.
Yeah. Yo, Elon, let me do that. Let me just be the voice for your auto. Hey, we ain't doing that.
Nah, son, turn it off.
I can't see anything.
You trying to kill us? Click.
Yeah, this is not a good idea. All right, dude. Hey, we got an in. We just send a couple voice clips.
I know
over
you guys
email.
are the computer guys. You guys clip that up, send it over to Elon's way.
Yeah.
Well, you send it to EJ, and then EJ sends it to Elon.
And be like, yo, my homies want to be. We got you. We got you. Free voice clips.
Yeah,
All we
EJ.
ask in return is a Tesla each. Would you drive electric?
100%. If I got a free vehicle, I'm driving it.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't stingy. You know what? The vehicles I've driven in my day? Come on now.
Come on now. I would. It'd be great for DoorDash and Uber, dude. It'd be the best. Charge that sucker up in that. I wonder how much charging. Well, can we look that up? What's the average cost per month to charge your Tesla at your house? Or your electric vehicle, I should say. We shouldn't just focus on Tesla. We can't be biased here.
But even like delivering with Uber and stuff, they'll like pay you to have that electric vehicle.
Really?
Yeah.
They give you
Well, I think $2,500 right now.
almost 36 a month. Damn, that's not bad. That's not bad. At the high end, say $60 a month. That's still not bad.
Here, you could enjoy it for literally 6 months out of the year.
Yeah. Not this year. I'm pretty sure your Tesla would still start right now. It's not cold enough to really affect your Teslas and your electrics. When it gets into the negatives, now I'm not saying Montana wouldn't. It gets cold enough here to fuck with your electric vehicle. That's why I've never even really considered an electric vehicle. But this year, shit. Yeah, I had been driving my Tesla over here this morning.
Well, if you had definitely the Cybertruck, I think, and if you had it all, because I know you can mod those things out where it's actually controlled. I've seen those guys whipping donuts in those things.
Yeah, I watched this one video of someone who couldn't even get over a freaking like a plow had gone and put a little berm in the road and he couldn't get out of the parking spot over the berm in the Cybertruck, but it had to have been operator error.
Yeah,
Because there's no way you should be able to get that thing up over that level.
exactly. And I've seen like the boys, the channel that they do. I mean, they flipped around everything. They set all of the control to the back of the vehicle, and then they were just whipping it, bro. So I know there's some stuff that you can mess around with it, but just saying, that thing's sitting in a warm ass garage. You pulling it out, you driving that thing around. I think you all right.
I saw the best looking Cybertruck I've seen was they lowered it and put a Lambo engine in the fucking truck bed and slammed to the ground. It looks really good because I don't think the Cybertruck looks that good. I'm not a huge fan.
No, it's literally a rolling refrigerator.
Yeah, I'm not. Like my
But
brother and those guys were talking. At least he tried something different. He tried.
No, I'm saying, let's be honest, that thing is going to be the first thing to be a transformer. It's the perfect block to like get up and be like a mech warrior thing.
Maybe you're right. He did release Tesla robots like a couple months right after that. Rolled out the robots shortly after.
Can you imagine if your vehicle just was like driving and then you're just walking around? Now you got like rolling around security. It could be like RoboCop.
Damn. And then he's just like, "You're under arrest."
Slam you inside you and then drive himself to jail.
He just eats you because then you're in.
Damn, it got that dark though?
Then you're inside, right? Because like that, the inside of the car would kind of be his belly.
I mean, he could just transform and just be back in the vehicle, just sitting. He doesn't have to be eating.
It would make me feel like I'm eating if I'm sitting in someone's belly, even if I'm still sitting in my car seat.
Dude, I didn't even chew on you or anything. You ate me.
You ate me. So all I did was transform. Yeah, now you're walking up 2 legs with me in your belly. This is not cool,
you
man.
ate me. I did not eat you. I placed you inside security.
No, you ate me, dog. Oh, that's the Transformers movie we never know we needed.
Let's make it.
When the poor
Send it
guy
over
gets
to who did those? James Cameron?
Yeah. When a regular guy gets a Transformer, hey, turn back into a car. Where'd my groceries go? Just trying to go to Albertsons, man. God damn, we don't need to do all this saving the world shit.
Yeah, what do you do in that situation? You're not letting him take you on an adventure?
Could you imagine how...
We're off to save the world. Hell no, we ain't saving the world.
Imagine how depressed your Autobot would be if you were just like, no, you're not gonna go meet up with the Autobots. We're going on a 14-hour road trip with 3 kids. Just, oh, I got bought by the wrong family, man. Why I gotta be a minivan, bro?
I gotta go see my mother in Indiana. Oh.
But Optimus Prime, it needs me for a mission. No, we're taking the kids to Indiana.
I only have one vehicle and it's you. Do your job.
It's not my
Bumblebee.
fault. Not my fault. You're a fucking minivan. Oh, too good.
We got over on the news over there. We forgot to tell everybody, hey, if you're here, don't forget to get on the...
Yeah, make sure to like, share, subscribe. All over the place. We on the Spotify's, YouTube, TikTok.
All caught up on the old Spotify?
No, I gotta get Spotify caught up again. With us switching to 3 days a week, we should get caught up pretty quickly. Because if I post all five days a week, we should catch up pretty quick.
It did give us the opportunity to kind of revamp. Now we got a new schedule going on.
Beginning of 2025. Happy New Year, everybody. That's another thing we didn't do. Goodness gracious, man.
Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to 2025.
Yeah, I was hoping you guys were going to come over to our house and do the thing. I was thinking if you guys did, we'd bust out the GoPro for a few minutes, get some clips together, do a Happy New Year video.
That would have been cute.
Yeah.
I was with the wife. I was driving around.
Yeah, I figured you guys were doing your thing, and that would have been better if I didn't have the kids too, because that was kind of a last minute thing. That
We essentially chaperoned children. It felt like a little bit.
mm-hmm.
Shout out.
Heck yeah.
It was fun though. I had a good time. And like most people who, like just everybody was like felt so young out, you know what I mean? And maniacs.
Really?
Yeah, cuz I just felt like I was an old man up in there. I was like, somebody stop giving these children alcohol.
Izzy was even like, I let Izzy stay up. Sure, we stayed up till the change. She goes, I feel so old now. It's 2025. I'm like, oh my god, you don't even understand.
That's too
It's
cute.
funny that you're like, yeah, I felt old telling everybody else. It's like, no, Izzy's feeling
I
old,
didn't.
man.
So we didn't talk to anybody. Me and the wife just ended up going out to the
Check it.
truck and just hung out in the truck
Hell yeah.
until midnight. We're like, what's going on? What time is it?
Oh.
I looked at our phone. Oh, hey, it's midnight.
Well, hey, it's midnight. Yeah. New Year's for me is it's Christmas and Thanksgiving were really big with my family. New Year's like right in the middle. It's like a meh. So it's not a make or break if I don't do anything. I could sit at my house and play. I think last New Year's I sat at home and played games with EJ, and it was like great, had a great time.
I think it's because we live in a era where it's like, what is time? Time is so lineal. Time is not. But then the very last day, up until the very last second, we're like, it's 2024. It's 2024. 2025.
I hate how everyone's like, oh, this next year's gonna be the year, man. No, it's gonna be another year of the same shit. All right.
It's gonna be another day. If you didn't change yourself yesterday, you probably ain't gonna do
Exactly.
today.
It's like, I did hear Bamsky say on the radio the other day, he's like, yeah, everyone talking about these New Year's resolutions. Why not start now? And I'm just like, yeah, dude, for real. It's like, you don't need to wait for a day. But I mean, if that's what you need to kick motivation, and then you do you.
Oh yeah, because
Sure,
I seen old Shane Havoc. He's doing his. He has a challenge, and I was thinking about going hitting him up, but it's like it's gonna be brutal because he trains all those fighters down at the Grindhouse.
And putting on a fighter challenge.
Well, it's like a 60-day deal, and he's like, it's $50, and he runs the kava house, so he's obviously a pretty good businessman. He knows what the hell he's doing. I was like, it probably would kick my ass in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, I should probably reach out and do it, and then not quit. But I'm like, do I really want to get my ass kicked for the next 60 days on top of
60
my
days.
yeah
Dang.
60 days type of thing that turns it into a lifetime,
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna kick your
yeah.
ass for the next 60 days, and I'm like, do I want to put myself through that?
It's the habits. It takes a week to form a habit, which, if that theory is correct, it would take a week to break a habit and a week to form a habit. So you really need about 2 weeks to really ingrain that in your life. Pretty solid.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'll just look at it from him as the business owner side of things, because I don't know anybody who just could walk into that pickle barrel space and then get it as lively that it is, create a social atmosphere, and then just now him and Tooney have got that other brand deal with the drinks, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the stuff that really gets me excited. It's like, how did they get there?
And I see him a lot on social media. So.
And they have Biddle House Media, I think that is what. Who does a lot of his videos and stuff. So even him, like, he's got Shane, he's running it, then he has a team underneath him.
Yeah, he's got must have got some good people around him.
That's what I mean. He's got a lot of good people around, because even the staff that he has down there, like Breezy and Parker and everybody. So I mean,
and Runkle.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah. Worked with Runkle over at Taco Bell. Those were some wild days. He was actually my roommate at one point.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Me,
life.
Carissa, and Runkle.
Dang.
Yeah, it didn't last very long though, because Runkle's Runkle.
Oh shit.
It would have been good times, I guess, if he would have I guess, embraced his company, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of people that I lived with when I was younger that it didn't work out, and now that we're older, I think maybe, maybe it would be different, but it might still be the same. Some people are just hard to live with, man. Roommates are tough. Yeah, it adds a whole different dynamic.
Oh yeah, as long as everybody's copacetic with each other,
Yeah.
but all it takes is too close, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden people start knocking heads.
Yeah. I think about that a lot when I look back to my Washington days, but we were also 3 adult men in a 2-bedroom apartment, and my bedroom was the living room with a couple, where the dining room should have been with a couple sheets hanging up. Like that was my bedroom. Like, man,
Can't really be
bachelor
mad at you.
life.
It was more
Yeah.
like sympathetic for you. Like, geez.
My mom came to visit. She's like, "This is bad."
Well, my little brother Michael, he decided to move into that little trailer there in Hysham. There was like no floor in a cutout, like, you know what I mean? There was like no heat. He would just run the stove as high as he could, run up the
Gas bill.
and then just party out of that thing all day long.
Dang.
So I mean, people are willing to live in some. I mean, even the trailer was pretty rough there.
Man, yeah, in high school, I lived in a pretty rough trailer. Like, the room I was in at one point definitely had a leak. So it had the big old stain in the ceiling.
Bro, we had a swamp cooler, so that thing would start leaking or be dripping from that. I mean, it was. And then having, oh man, I do not missing up there, living up on Coleman. That was not good.
It was not good.
My landlords were legit though. They never cared what was going on over there. That was always cool when you have it.
It's a hit or miss.
I guess that they'd never want to fix anything.
Yeah, it's hit or miss. Because it's cool if you're partying and doing shit where you don't want people to give a shit. But if you're a legit human being and you want shit done, they probably won't do shit.
I wonder how much that goes into like living at some of these places and why they charge as much as they do for rent.
It's like I do hate the housing market for rent and shit, but I don't blame people because it is hard to find good tenants. And every place I've rented, the renters have horrible stories about bad tenants. So
And I just look at some of the people I've known personally who were tenants at places, and I was like, oh God.
Or you see these horror videos where like, oh yeah, this person hasn't paid their rent in a couple months. Let's go check it out, and the house is just trash.
Squatters or like that type of stuff. Oh man, I love like watching landlords get a little bit of revenge though. The best one I seen was the lady was just completely trash. Refused to leave the place for like a month and a half, and the guy was like, "Don't want to leave? All right, cool. You can stay in there." And he just comes and he just 2x4s it on both sides so she can't even come
out
out.
of the basement or something. I think she was. Yeah, I watched that one too. He starts hammering, and she's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" You see the door trying to open. She's like, "Oh, I guess
You want to leave? That's fine.
die down there."
You can stay in there. Well, eventually she gonna climb out a window or something. You know what I mean? But
yeah, unless she's in the basement.
Oh,
She must have
exactly.
been in a room or something. Yeah, but yeah, that's the way to do it, man.
Unless you go full on, like just into the walls.
That's another thing is I've heard the frogging. People
That's-
living in your house without you knowing that they're there.
The crazy thing is that there's such thing as squatters' rights.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
How did that even get written into law?
Can we look that up? Where did squatters' rights come from? Yeah, that's a good question. Why do we allow squatters to do that?
There has to be some fine line between like behind rent and squatting.
The Roman Empire? Why are we still fucking using that shit?
Seems, you know, it's like every man always circles back to Rome.
Yeah.
You know
Doesn't mean we
everything
need to
about
still use. The Roman Empire fell, dude. We don't need to use all their shit. Like, hey, they
Show me one empire that hasn't fallen.
Actually, the scary thing is, like, what's happening here is like kind of in track with what happened right before the fall of Rome. But okay, I didn't read.
But we're supposed to know how to not have Rome happen.
Right. It's a human cycle. There's nothing we can do, right?
Well, we don't really have a president to murder.
Well, they're not gonna try now.
4 more years. 4 more years.
Do you think they'll try? No, he's just gonna pass it off to JD Vance when President Trump's done with this 4 years. They're gonna give it to JD Vance, and JD Vance will go 8 years.
They're gonna. How's that gonna work? You think?
Oh no, I think he will get voted, like not give it to him. He will get voted in the correct way. But I think JD Vance is gonna take it for the next 8 after Trump.
You think JD Vance is the hero that America's been looking for?
I think he's.
Or do you think he's gonna get corrupted in 4 years while being the vice president of Donald J. Trump?
No, I think him and J. Trump are gonna be a good team.
Good team, but what happens when he's got to do it by himself and then he has his own vice president?
It's the same thing. He's got 4 years.
Okay.
He's got 4 years to figure out what team he's going to put underneath him. Hopefully. Okay, let's see.
That's why I always laugh when it's like, yep, they're going to have their Republican. They're going to have their boy come in and save the world. Nope, he's going to come in and save the world. No, he's going to save the world. It's not
saving the world. They're just the one who we look
I
up
hope,
to.
like, there should be an AI electorate on council.
Selling the Midwest. So we did it to try to sell land in the Midwest, I'm guessing.
Oh, so settling.
Oh, settling. Yeah. When we were trying to settle.
Back when we were trying to sell Midwest.
We were trying to sell people on the idea of coming to
Hey,
United
there
States.
you go.
Yeah.
The Midwest in the United States. There we go.
Guess what? On all the flyers over there across the seas, it said, "Come over here, we'll give you some land." They never told you that land belonged to somebody else, and they're gonna come fight for it. So that's what happened.
It's so much better. America was founded on squatters' rights.
Fuck. You're right.
Hey, we're here. You can't make us leave. We're already here. Where are we supposed to go? Get back on your boat and go back to your country? No.
No, it's the law. Squatters' rights. It's right here.
Well, it's even crazier because then you could just say it's manifest destiny. God has told me this is my land now.
That's so messed up. No.
So the British were trying to keep the Americans from coming west on the native. They wanted the Native American buffer zone. We're gonna go squat on them native land.
That's hilarious. Okay, so the British didn't want us to come into the Midwest, so they wanted it to be Americans and then a border of Native Americans and then them. And Americans said, "Fuck that, we're gonna go squat on that Indian land," and then we ended up buying the Midwest. Because that probably would have been before the Louisiana Territory purchase or whatever. Because is that where we got Montana? Was it in the Louisiana purchase? When we purchased all that?
You would almost,
Midwest?
you'd have to have been.
So that's hilarious. You are 100% right. America was founded on squatters' rights, and that is why they are in our laws, is because that's how we took all of our land in the first place. That's so fucking bizarre.
Think about that. If you're a race of people who does not really care about English and the doctorate and how it's, the fine A's and B's of Latin, and it was just about, tradition. None of that works with pens and papers.
Mm-hmm. So if you're
That is the most crazy idea, to come over and be like, you see, it's written, and now we have it signed in contract, and you're just like living by tradition. You're like, what?
What do you mean it's
this?
written? Yeah, what do you mean it's written down in law? We talk law.
I know God's law.
Yeah.
And that's it. And
no,
then
this is paper law.
That's so wild to think about. That was America.
And then they're just like, Just because it's written down on a piece of paper means it's.
And then think
law?
about even back to like the Spanish Inquisition.
The Spaniards coming in and doing the same thing.
I mean, it's essentially like the Crusades.
The king sent me. See here, it says the king.
Bro,
Can't you
and-
read?
On behalf of the Catholic Church.
Dang. Yeah, can you imagine on the other end of that if you are just sitting there and then someone comes in, like all your beliefs, it's like all barter, all, and someone just comes in. Yep, it's ours now.
And then
What?
you're like, that's not the case, dude.
It's not how it fucking works.
And then he just
bro.
chops your head off. And everybody's like, just got his fucking head off.
What's going on? Why did this happen? Yeah, dude. Oh man. And then some people are just, and then they just moved in. What the fuck? They killed Jerry, the guy who runs the fucking tribe.
Yeah, because his name was Jerry. That's for sure. His name was Jerry.
That's how it translated, all right?
Okay, good,
yeah,
good. That saved yourself.
Jerry Little Bear, is it better for you?
Oh, that's good shit.
Oh man, but that's so it is crazy to look at how they portrayed.
I mean, and America
American
is
history,
only so many years old, right?
What? 3? When was America founded?
Dude, I just sounded like a fucking goose or something. That was the craziest laugh.
I can't believe I can't remember because 16 something. 1776. 16 something was when they came over, right? I think when they
That
first
sucks
came and
how
found it.
Little of this history. I'm like, Nate Bargatze said it so good in this new special. He was like, I know so little about history. He's like, every time I watch a movie about history, I'm on the edge of my seat. Like, what's going to happen next? Pearl Harbor? I was just as surprised as we were.
Oh man, that's funny. It's weird to think about.
Especially when you have places like Greece and Scotland and Ireland and all these places that have so much.
More history. Mm-hmm.
Even just the Catholic Church in itself, how far back that goes. And how come there's not a country of Catholic?
But if you look at the American history we were taught in school, it is nothing of what we're like learning these days. But you're right. I guess, yeah, Catholics have the Vatican, which is almost like its own fucking country, technically. They have its own laws and shit in the Vatican.
But I guess that's so wild. They are the most tiny little thing.
But technically,
And they are the Catholic Church.
Mm-hmm. They do whatever the fuck they want.
It's just wild to even why?
I wonder how much of the
I know that the Vatican was laundering a ton of money for the mafia.
Really, they were involved in the mafia game?
Mm-hmm. Laundering
Damn.
money.
Because they don't get taxed on it. Easy. You just have a homie at the church and you're donating all your money to the church and the church is donating that money back to you or something.
They were just washing the money. And then even look how they, like in John Wick, how they portray it. Everybody's praying inside the church and then they're running guns and all kinds of other stuff out of that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that's happening. Because I'm sure that there's a bunch of people who were just thought like, why not start a church?
Right?
I don't have to actually believe in the stuff. Just, start putting down and then ask people for some donations or whatever. Put some crosses up, hang some family dollar signs up. Babe.
Hell yeah.
We a church, baby.
Then we sell drugs and guns underneath the church. Hell yeah. Come to Sunday service, get a 9.
Sunday service in a shotgun.
Christmas mass and clips.
Christmas mass and mass shootings.
Christmas mass shooting. Sorry, that's not funny. Not funny. Don't say it. Dang, dude.
I was like, specifically as a white guy, you guys are pretty known for that type of thing.
Mm.
The numbers are
Is it?
pretty favored in your guys' way when it comes to
Yeah.
the mass shootings.
Yeah. Be nice to the nerdy kids.
I say it now, you'll rule the day.
You'll rule, dang. Kid came to school, man. He's like, fuck you. You're cool.
Dude, the Vikings have their biggest game of the year on Sunday.
Is that I actually just watched their game last night, from this last weekend versus can't remember who they played.
Green Bay.
Green Bay. Yeah, they almost lost it at the end there, but yeah, crazy cool. You know what else on Madden? I started off on the Ravens, went through a whole season, and Lamar Jackson just like shit the bed. We lost the last 3 games of the season plus the first playoff game, so I demanded release. Where did I go? The Vikings.
Nice.
But I'm kind of sad. I didn't know that Gardner Minshew was their quarterback this year.
Brutal.
Yeah, so we're probably not going to go to the playoffs with Minshew behind them.
You don't even get Sam Darnold. That's brutal.
Yeah. It was, dude, it was the weirdest thing. I was like doing really good.
What year are you in?
It's Madden 24, so it would have been last year. So
Because he wasn't supposed to be the quarterback.
who?
Sam Darnold. He was never supposed to be the quarterback this year.
You guys got him on a trade? Or?
Well, we had picked up. He was supposed to be the backup. We had invested in a first-round quarterback who ends up getting hurt, and then they have to send in Sam Darnold,
Dang.
and he picks up the season and he just runs away with it.
Dang. It's weird. I heard them talk about a revamp of his career here.
He was one of the few quarterbacks who have made it out of the Jets and not to death. Like, everybody goes to die on the Jets.
So he was on the Bengals because Darnold used to play for the Bengals. Then he went to the Jets?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Poor guy. I watched, Aaron Rodgers and the Jets are not doing good.
But it's going to be such a wild game. This is going to be
Who are they playing?
the Lions.
Oh, that's going to be a good game.
Number 1 versus number 2 seed.
Mhm.
And technically, we sit higher as a seed now. We're number 1 in our division with the win over Green Bay.
Is that who they lost? The Lions lost to Green Bay?
No, we just, because they have 2 losses. We're a game
Lions.
ahead of them.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn. Are you guys the best in the NFL right now then? At
No,
14-1?
the Chiefs are, no, we're 2 games. We've lost 2 games. We lost 2
okay.
games. But
Chiefs have only lost 1. God damn it.
Yeah.
Stop them. Stop the Chiefs.
that would be a wild game to see.
Mahomes is becoming the next Tom Brady for me.
But
Just
you
hate to see him
can't
do
count
that.
out the Ravens yet. The Ravens are still in the hunt.
Well, dude,
That would be a sick game. Purple on purple.
it is so
Ravens
crazy.
versus Vikings. That would be a cool game.
So crazy. This year there's so many teams doing so good that if other teams weren't doing that good, that's all that we would be talking about. But it's just like because everyone's doing so good in their like divisions and like in their side of the field, so many things are getting not talked about. So many people that are playing so good.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I'm really interested to see how it's gonna play out with
Playoffs are going
these
to be
last few
fun.
teams.
Yeah, playoffs.
because
are
I
gonna be
think
fun this year.
that it's gonna be Bills. It's gonna be Bills. It's gonna be Chiefs. It's gonna be the Baltimore and Steelers. I don't know who's gonna win that division. And then on the other side of it, it's gonna definitely be the Eagles. Not sure who's gonna come down to Minnesota or Detroit.
That's a tough division, man. I want to see Detroit do really good, but I also
don't know,
want to
they
see the
got-
Vikings do really
I was like,
good.
they got Eminem on their side.
Yeah.
It's pretty tough when you're going against the rap god himself.
Yeah, but Eminem also came out and tried to support Kamala Harris, so I kind of lost a lot of respect for him when he did that.
Oh no.
Yeah, dude. You don't do that. It's fighting. That's everything you fought against.
But did Eminem say it or did Slim Shady say it?
Eminem,
Oh,
right?
I don't know.
Because he did bring Slim Shady back for those couple songs.
Exactly.
So,
That might have been Slim Shady supporting, which would make sense. A younger version of himself probably would have supported Kamala.
you think so?
Yeah.
I think he got paid a good chunk to say whatever he said.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, he said, I don't care.
It's
I'm,
like that
I'm a
old-
rap god. People can hate me if they want. They paid me $1 million to say go Harris.
That's
or
100%
whatever.
like Chappelle's joke. He's like, I get sponsored by both Coke and Pepsi. He's like, who paid me more recently? Coke? Coke's better.
Nice. I love that. I love that. It's yeah, that's the way to do it.
That's such an old joke too.
It's the way to do it, though. Who's paid me more recently? All right, they're better.
I mean, it's just fake as hell, I guess. The people who know you, I guess, know you. But
Mhm.
other than that, are you saying that's the proper way to walk through life, just lying to everybody?
No, definitely not.
I mean, it's sense putting on a bravado,
Yeah.
but another thing just to flat out walk around and create.
You lie to everybody, you eventually lying to yourself.
There's no way keeping up with it, yeah.
Yeah. And then it's like tedious, right? You gotta sit there and think like, what was I telling this person? I have wanted to, and it's not really lying, right? But I've always wanted to go out and like try to make a backstory and
Mhm.
be someone different for like the evening. Yeah, maybe you could consider that lying, but I would consider it more of like method acting or
That's
just trying.
that's a real
yeah.
slippery slope, though, for sure.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was method acting, officer.
I was just method acting. Sometimes I like to do it on the side.
It's method acting, officer.
Yes, I didn't mean to run this Mustang into that crowd of people. I was method acting. I was just pretending to be a Mustang driver. So this ID is not going to match the name I just told you because I'm a method actor.
This is who I am, Robert Jones.
Hand him nothing. There's not even an ID there.
Yes, and
And
you're not improvising,
Yes.
good sir.
and next
And you're under arrest.
and scene. Driveway.
Brilliant, sir.
I don't think that would work, but I might have to try that. What do
If
you
you're gonna go down, I mean, if you're gonna go to jail, might as well.
right? You can't masturbate in the movie theater. It's fine. I'm method acting.
Didn't work for Pee Wee Herman.
I was just gonna say that's who I'm method acting as.
Rest in peace.
Oh, yeah. I'm working on a movie. I'm playing Pee Wee Herman, so I had to come method act at the movie.
Can you?
theater.
That is one wild persona to latch onto and have to
Oh my
run with it your whole life,
God.
and then to get away from it, but then eventually get it. It just always come back.
Yeah,
I always
mean,
think about him playing in Blow.
he didn't he? Yeah.
And nobody ever talks about Pee Wee Herman in Blow.
Yeah, once you go Pee Wee Herman and then you're known for Pee Wee Herman for the rest of your life, I don't know. Like I can see why the guy went insane. Because
I don't even think if he was like really that insane.
No,
I think
but
he was
he
just
just-
more depressed than anything.
yeah, he just went. I mean, being an actor of any sort, especially child actor, that type of lifestyle for that long is so detrimental to people.
Can you imagine like once you get like famous, right? And then the only question you ever hear is, so what's gonna come next? What's happening next? What's happening next? What are you gonna put out next? Not that you just put all your heart and soul into anything that you've worked on up to that point.
Dang. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Kevin Hart, he did that one comedy special. That was essentially it. Just you're just inundated with that same question. What's happening next? What's coming up next? What's happening? I don't know.
So
I literally have no idea. I'm just trying to figure out how to maintain this.
Mm-hmm. It's so weird that it's expected, right? That you're just, once you're an actor, you're doing that.
And then if you accidentally like have an opinion about something,
oh yeah, oh man, the whole world will let you know that you shouldn't have said that, or you can't have that opinion, or
I thought that was so wild. Like everybody's need to have an opinion on it.
well, now I keep seeing these memes about people giving Jim Carrey shit because he said it would have to be a pretty good script for him to come out of retirement, and then people are like, this is the script, and it shows the silly parts of Sonic where he's kind of doing goofy shit, and so like people are dogging on him for coming out of retirement for doing Sonic 3. It's like, what? Shut the fuck up. Let the guy do what he wants. Like,
that is wild. I didn't even know that he was in like semi-retired.
Yeah.
Aren't you like always semi-retired as a actor? Like, is it more just for like the people you work with? You'd be like, don't do all the legwork.
Yeah.
I'm no longer employing all of you guys to do this legwork.
Or doesn't want to pay his manager to go out and actively look for movie roles for him or whatever.
Because it's crazy, like how much that goes into it. Having a manager who goes and runs around and says, "Hey, talk to these people."
Yep, I talked to Warner Brothers. They want to do a movie with you. They want to meet with you. Oh, I talked to Disney. They want to do a movie with you or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, he got asked if he'd play Stanley Ipkiss from The Mask again, and I think you just leave it.
How would you even bring back The Mask?
You don't. There's one.
Haven't they already done like spin-offs of The Mask even back when?
I think they did, right? Let's look that up. Spin-offs of The Mask, because I think you're right. I think they did do like at least a cartoon show. I think they tried to do a cartoon animated series.
Yeah, and why doesn't that work? I bet it would work great as a animated series.
The original, The Mask Returns, and The Mask Strikes Back. They did 3 of them?
There you go.
What? They weren't all with Jim Carrey, were they?
They probably, like, third one was probably a bit different.
Oh, comics.
Oh, I think I actually had the comic. Now that I've seen that picture.
The Mask was a comic first? Ah.
When was The Mask created?
Dark Horse.
Damn. Oh, Dark Horse has been around for a hot minute then. That's cool.
That is interesting. I never knew that was a comic based.
Because they do Dark Horse like productions now, right? They're in the media.
I think so. It sounds familiar.
I was just saying, pretty sure.
Yeah, it definitely sounds familiar. Yeah, Dark Horse. Yeah, are they in animation now? Because I swear to God, I've seen Dark Horse on watching a movie and it pops
Productions.
up. Dark Horse Comics.
It's all wrapped under the same.
Yeah, it's all just classic comics. 1998 to 2000, so they've been in it since the 90s, late 90s.
Did you get ever really into comics?
No, I was never a collector, never a frequent reader of them or anything.
I was I remember watching what is it, the comic book guys, that one with Kevin Smith. That's cool, the guys who get into it and stuff. You already have to have that like skill of reading, and like a skill of reading super fine print.
Yeah, and the way they do it is weird. It confuses me sometimes.
I wonder if that's why, if you can read comics, then you can read like law.
So it translates well into, yeah. Well, here, section 3, page 25, he talks about going kapowie.
Kind of. I don't know. I mean, you would kind of think.
Maybe I'll get the kids into comics.
That's some really fine writing.
And it's a good, because I don't have a lot of books at the house, like children's books, man. We only got like 5 books. So we get tired.
No, I'm going to bring you so many books, bro.
All right.
You can read. Have they read all the Dogman books?
Is it a chapter book?
Yeah.
Okay, no. We haven't. That's one thing I do want to do with Izzy is a chapter book. So you can do like a chapter every night.
Well, this is chapters, but they're really small chapters.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so
But they're comic book chapters. So you could like Nando got to the point he could read one of those books at night. It was like almost 100 and something pages. He was just, and it was just boring for him.
Yeah.
He's like, and now he doesn't want to read it at all because he can't find a book that really like interests him. And that's like the more I thought about it, that's kind of where I was at.
Yeah, I could never find anything that interested me. Aragon, the dragon book.
Those are pretty good.
I think I read the first one, but just like couldn't get into the second one. What other books did I actually? There's only a couple books that I actually read. Dean Koontz, though, he's like a horror style, kind of similar to Stephen King on his writing, and I loved his shit. I did read one of his books that was about this dad takes his daughter and puts her in one of those cryogenic chambers, and like she ends up, because she's done that her whole life, she ends up with psychic powers because of it. So then she ends up going on a rampage and killing everyone that was involved in her death, but she's doing it from the chamber because I think her mom went and found her or something or whatever. But yeah, and then so she's like not physically there, but she's just killing all these people that anything that had to do with her getting locked up. I was like, hey, it's a really good book.
And then they eventually let her out, I'm sure.
Yeah, I can't remember how.
What do you do at that point?
Transpires if she ended up becoming the bad guy, because technically she kind of was, or if she killed everybody and then was happy.
Because
I don't know.
This is wild when you're supposed to be like bygones be bygones.
But then here she is, yeah. See,
well, just that idea in life where you're just supposed to turn the other cheek.
But now that I think about it, I can't remember the premise, if it was written from like the mom's point of view or if it was written from the daughter's point of view who was stuck in the chamber. And I can't remember, like I said, if she ended up being like
but even
the bad guy or the hero in that story.
Shout out the wife, like with Silent Hill. Is a great example. Like that little girl, she was like tortured, and are you supposed to just let bygones be bygones? Like if you're one of those Salem witches, right? You just let bygones be bygones.
I don't know. I heard some fucked up shit about the Salem witch trials. Is that there was a big outbreak of some shit that was causing hallucinations. So everyone thinks they were just tripping.
Yeah, I've definitely heard this as well. Yeah. That was they were all on acid essentially. Yeah. Because the bread.
Yeah, the bread. I think
rye bread.
It basically got poisoned. But can you imagine? You're just a young girl out there brooming your house. I saw her riding on a broom. She was flying it around the house. Oh man, she's a witch.
And it's one. I don't know what they call like dudes who just end up killing each other. You know what I mean? Because that's usually what it ended up being. It's like dudes killing each other or mobs who rallied against the women.
Well, dudes killing each other because they claim one guy was.
I don't know. I mean, just men are always dying throughout history up until this point. You know what I mean? For every man that gets a name written into history, 50,000, 100,000 men have died who nobody will ever give a shit about, ever. Who have been forgotten and left, and nobody will care.
Yeah, like my character on ARK. Dead and forgotten. But no, for real, that is a very valid point. Damn.
That's just usually the plight for most men. I mean, it's just the nature of it. Either you work for a man who's stronger than you up the hierarchy that you're learning from to hopefully overtake his position in the hierarchy, or a bunch of people are taking care of you from the beginning.
Look at it from a military point of view. All these generals and colonels that are getting the props for a mission complete when it was not their boots on the ground. Wow. Yeah,
and I wonder when that happened, when we stopped sending, the main dude into combat.
Because early Americans, we were sending General Lee was right there
And
battling
then
next with his
at
man.
some point we had to get crazy, and then you have like General Patton and stuff in there. Them boys who just blow up and burn everybody alive and not even think twice about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah, those. I mean, that's I think what America has going for it is them boys that can meet crazy with crazy and out crazy it. Because down there in Vietnam, they're like, yeah, they're poisoning us and they're like stabbing us and like, yeah, we're gonna light them on fire.
Yep, they're like, oh yeah, they're digging tunnels and shit. We're gonna.
They're lighting those people on fire. They were terrible Americans, and it's like they just sent snakes and they had us bitten by insects, and they just got all this other stuff. But
did you see the shit they did in those tunnels? Like, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
dump
can't-
some gasoline in the top of the tunnel hole and light that bitch up.
I can't imagine like fighting that war, and that's what you're like. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do, dude. There's like spiders eating me alive. There's
Well, not
all
only
these
that,
bugs just eating me alive.
Can you imagine scouring the area, not seeing anything, and then these little fuckers start coming out of the water because their ditches, they dug their ditches, like the ditch comes in like this, they would go under and up, and then so it'd be dry over here, and they could climb up and out of the water. It's like,
Oh, even worse,
What
like they could just open a hatch in the side of a hill and then just disappear into the side of the hill. And same thing, tunnel systems.
yeah.
And then, yeah, I'm gonna follow you. And the second that you go in it, and they blow you up.
Either that or they have the freaking sharpened spikes to where they go this way and you walk right in and yeah.
And that happened over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
It's easy for us to just drop a bomb and level everything. It's a whole different thing to fight hand-to-hand combat on the ground.
I mean, can you imagine back in the day when they were like swords and shields, bro? Have you ever tried to like pick up a sword and wield it one-handed? Holy shit, those guys back then were built different. Because like I'm sitting here, two hands trying to pick up a freaking sword. When I get it up, I'm trying to balance it and not cut my face off, dude. Like, I cannot imagine those guys.
Because
That are
even
just
you watch the guys who get into like the actual sword fighting.
LARP.
Well, I mean the actual sword fighting, like because they used to practice down there at some gym that we were doing, but they used to practice down there as well, and it's not even, and it still looks slow. It doesn't look, and you know them boys back then, it was just flinging these things around just because like since that you were raised to fight with a sword since you were a little boy.
Mm-hmm. Playing with like a heavy wooden sword when you were a
And
kid.
if you were a 40-year-old who made it, you were probably so badass back then, but there was a good chance you were already dead.
Yeah, because if you were a sword wielding soldier and you were 40 years old, goddamn, you won the lottery, bro. Yeah, man.
Well, and it's crazy because even back there, we go circle back to the whole Catholic thing. I mean, the Crusaders, they were like, okay, if you go over there and you can do that, you guys get this land. So go do it, buddy.
Mm.
And then they would go and they would take the land and then be like, cool, here's your land.
For the church. Yep. That's. Damn, dude.
All in the name of conquest, really.
All in the name of squatters' rights.
Damn, I wish we would have held off naming the episode.
Right? Because squatters' rights would have been a good one, dude. Oh, man. I wish we... Oh, I guess I can change it.
Yeah, have at it.
Good change
That's
it.
a good name for her episode, though. Squatters' rights.
Yeah. Damn, dude. My brother's fucked now.
Please just go to him and be like, this is Manifest Destiny. I claim your house in the name of God.
For the king and the church.
And the church. You gotta say like you from the south though. Hey, we here from the church.
The church.
Church.
Yeah.
What?
We'll claim your land for the church.
What did you say? Church.
The church. Where you go worship.
What? Oh, that's damn funny.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so we got some better footage, I think, for our ARK, huh?
Yeah, you guys especially. Did you record most of that last
Well,
night?
no, I didn't.
Okay.
Not a lot of it. I recorded. You should have a whole fresh hour though, maybe 2 hours.
Yeah, and then we got to get DJ on the actual Discord. We need to get him a new headset
Yeah, well, yeah.
or
Good call.
whatever it needs, because wasn't able to communicate with him, which definitely didn't help.
It was just wild because he was able to play off his controller, which is pretty legit. We both had a moment where like we were walking away from the TV, but while staring at the TV.
See, I have my PS5 controller that I hook up to my PC, but lately it's been getting a lot more use than ever because I use it. There's only a few games that I won't play on mouse and keyboard. That's Rocket League, the snowmobile game Sledders, and then Madden. I can't play Madden on a mouse and keyboard. I've never even tried. It's fucking wonky.
Yeah, I would.
You'd be moving here, and then you'd have your like space bar, and I have no fucking idea. So
Yeah.
but I haven't with ARK, and I think I still need to like learn their UI system. I don't like that you have to go to your inventory and then tab over to the crafting. Most crafting games, you just hit the C button and it pulls up your crafting tab.
You can hit R1 and it shoots you over.
Well,
To
yeah,
crafting.
on your controller. Yeah. It's just I gotta learn their UI system. Now that I've been a couple hours in, it's already 1,000 times easier. Especially now that you guys are set up a little bit on some bases. Just
It
it'll be
was
some good pickings now.
Yeah, it was fun yesterday. Like, granted, you did stay as long as you could have. From your perspective, you were definitely getting just wrecked.
Yeah, like I said.
But that was your essentially first time really
Playing, yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, that would have been your technical second session?
Second session on this new ARC, and I played maybe 4 hours with Ashley and EJ on the old school ARC before they've done all these updates. So yeah, it's pretty much my first time really diving into ARC in general.
And then how many different maps? That's the wild part. It's like, even if we get good at one map, you still have to eventually set up base in a different map.
And if you go to a different map, you're starting your character all the way over down at 0. But yeah, now that I know, once you get to level 15, you can or whenever you unlock the wood stuff, crafting that wood stuff, you upgrade or you level up so fast when you're crafting wood walls and wood floors. So if you can
I was up
fight through that.
I was level 55 last night.
Yeah, see, the leveling up goes fast, and that's what I didn't realize. And at very first, like just like DJ didn't realize that you upgrade your shit right next to it, and you get that stuff pretty quickly. So if you're not paying attention to that, then you're not leveling up as fast as you could. And the fortitude, like you said, that's a really big one.
Fortitude is like
probably one of the first things you want to.
So you don't freeze to death.
Yeah, probably one of the first things you want to get into, and it goes up by 1% every time, so it's not like a little tiny increment.
It was so funny. I didn't realize that crafting skill was really just for how fast you can craft something. So I was just putting, because I thought that's how you got to do all the crafting things, or maybe get more crafting points. I don't know.
So now you're really fast at crafting?
Yeah. Well, the first time that I did it, I was crafting stuff like. It didn't make a difference in my character. I was dying quite a bit.
Yeah, now that, like I said, now that I realize it's not a sleeping bag, it's a regular bed, that would have completely changed the dynamic last night. Yeah, that house still got destroyed by some fucking dinosaur or whatever, but
dude, we were getting to the point where if I could just figure out how to get a parasaur to not run away, I would have been riding a parasaur yesterday. I had saddles and everything.
What pisses me off, though, is when you're like, all right, you get an option. North Tropical Island or South Tropical Island. You pick a South Tropical Island, and it spawns you on the fucking main island. I'm like, the fuck is not even...
I think that is the random location. I think that side is just saying easy to hardest difficulty.
Well, no, because that's areas on the map. If you just use a different one, it'll put you on a different area in the map. So it's like the random spawn in that random group. They have some that'll put you way off and fucking know where you want to be. So once I was just like, that happened, I started running towards our base, and then I got started getting attacked by these little crab things. I just stopped. Just like, take me. I'll reroll again on a spawn.
That is the toughest thing, is the bugs that can kill you. You're like, okay, it's not bad enough I'm fighting dinosaurs. I'm dealing with bugs, spiders, and scorpions, and snakes, and...
The one time we are all
So much
together, I
death.
just hear you say, "Don't you dare bring that bee over here!" And I come running back to the house, and like, I told you to fucking bring that. We got him, though. We got him.
The DJ asked me to hop down and kill him, but it was too late. I already had sealed the floor. I told him not to bring the bee in the house.
Don't you bring that bee in here?
The fact that raptors can just get inside your house and just follow you everywhere, I'm not kidding you. It's a mountain high of, base. The raptor ran all the way up the base, following DJ all the way up the base. How I can trip and fall to my death all the time, but this raptor got the most graceful feet of all.
Just 10 flights of stairs in 3 minutes.
He right on that ass, and you're like, come on now.
Ain't no raptor know how to use a set of stairs and the door. Come on.
That's one thing we are struggling. Like, we build so much stuff, but the amount of doors that we have, there's just not enough.
At least just
we need
one.
more doors.
Yeah, you need a door on the outside.
We need a damn drawbridge.
That'd be cool. I don't think you can. That would be, hey, put that in, drawbridge.
At this point, you probably just got to create it.
Mod it in yourself. I wonder how the mods are for that game.
I don't know. We need to find a mod person who can just build one of them bad boys, just so I can pick his brain. Like, how does that work?
They have to go in and code it.
And then build a model.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way that this one
And
map is set up is just...
The drawbridge would have to be a animated model as well. It would need to move. Unless you just had it 2 stages to where you're like, open, and it's just like... It's just open, and you're like, close. Just all of a sudden close, yeah. You could do that. You
Yeah.
still need 2 models, though.
That'd be hella funny to stand on the drawbridge while it does that.
Whoa, it's like, all right, man, I'm gonna go do some mining. Can you watch me?
That is one thing that kind of drives the guy nuts. When you're on the raft in ARK, you can have a character on there with you, but if you hit even the slightest bump, whoever's on that raft with you is in the water. So, trying to save DJ, I'm in there to save him. Unfortunately, he can't
Right
get
off
on
the
the boat.
boat?
I gotta jump off the boat so he can start driving the boat, or I'm trying to swim in, and I'm like, let me on the boat, and I'm stuck, or he's stuck underneath the boat, or I'm like running out of oxygen because I'm like can't swim to the top.
The first time that happened to me, I'm like swimming, right? And I used all of my energy because I was like sprint swimming. And then it's just like slowly I start to get lower and lower. And I'm like, I don't think my guy's treading water very well. And then you see the oxygen thing get lower. And I'm like, come on, guy, get up there. And he's like trying. And you're like, oh no, this is not good. And it's just like this slow progression of you're like, I don't think I'm going to make it.
I love how real the dynamics of this game are. And I thought I would be doing all right back then as a caveman. Turns out I would just die.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again until I made it here.
I think I'm gonna clip together the one where I didn't even get a second to play the game before I got attacked by a raptor, because that's my experience as a caveman would be, wake up on the beach, dead raptor. Yeah, it's like, that's about my experience as a caveman, I'm sure.
Dude, I spawned right next to a Critoris or a Creek, whatever, and same thing. I thought I could take off running into the water. T-Rexes can swim, so this is sweet. I can't even out-swim this thing. I tried to out-swim a raptor. A Megalodon swam up and ate me. So, I mean...
What was great is we watched 3 dinosaurs kill a T-Rex, right? You were kind of with me for
Oh,
watching
yeah, that one.
And then I was like, cool, I'm gonna create a spear and I'm gonna get some hide from this T-Rex. Start like killing the T-Rex body. Another T-Rex comes and attacks me. I'm like, oh, so as soon as one dies, another one spawns in right here. So that's great.
I even had to try to have my Jurassic Park moment, you know? I ran up the cave and I was like hiding around a corner of the cave and I was just sitting there. I was like, he can't get me. And this son of a bitch sticks his head around the thing and just chomps me. I'm like,
Dang.
what happened if I don't move? He can't see me.
Isn't that how T-Rex work?
All my knowledge of T-Rex was all based off this moment. If I stop, they can't see me. Still ate me.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Apparently that son of a bitch can smell real good.
They didn't know what they were talking about back then.
It's probably my arm that gives it away. You probably see the light shine out of my arm.
Yeah, that weird diamond thing that they have in their arm. Yeah,
What a hell of a way to wake up and you just got something just stuffed in your arm.
Right? That's how people are going to wake up with a Neuralink.
And on that note, it's time to wrap her up. We
Yeah.
made our time.
Sorry, Elon.
But seriously, remember about the email we're sending you. and all that.
yeah. We're going to send you one. Hey, we're not going to do that right now.
Facts. And if you got the time, go over there and turn into the Bamskis on
Yeah, you should be,
105.1. He's live. Should be.
Should be going for another hour or so. We're close to getting the Bamski's board wrapped up because he did mention that on my way over here this morning.
Oh, did he?
On the radio. He was just talking. He goes, bingo. Oh, man. How you doing on that bingo board? I'm Morning with the boys. Where is that bingo board at? I want to play it. So he called us out. He did call us out this morning.
Uh-oh.
We got
I gotta
three
get
more.
on that.
We got 3 more.
We're getting there.
DJ Crazy. We got 3 more to go. We just added 1 today on my way over here. So as long as I can get, which will be good if I'm gonna go I've been trying to listen to him while I do some dashing.
Oh, nice.
Some dashing
That's a good day.
in the morning. Yeah.
There we go.
Heck yeah.
Well, we will be back tomorrow.
Yes, we appreciate you guys.
Yeah, shout out our sponsors, 2 Men in a Truck, for all your moving needs.
Yeah, make sure to get over there and like, share, subscribe, everything on the YouTube.
And then we will be back tomorrow. And until then, we are out.
Bye.